Hi, I'm John Miller. Today's the 4th of April. Here's what you need to know about the curfew update. We had several events last night where large crowds were encountered and they were dispersed. No arrests were made, they were all sent home. We also had 2 violations of curfew later on in the evening. One of those resulted in an arrest. The other issue was parks closing at 6, that people have to adjust to that, and they had some issues trying to adjust to that last night. We know in the next day or two that word will be out and things will be smoother. So we had to send quite a few people out of the parks last night after 6 o'clock. Just keep in mind that all parks will close at 6 and reopen at 6, 7 days a week. The only exception to that is Causeway Park. Since there's a business at the end of Causeway Park, the park itself is closed after 6. The business will remain open for curbside delivery of food. Traffic has been very light, very little traffic. Vehicles that were on Highway 90 that seemed to have a destination last night were not stopped. Several vehicles were stopped on back streets and back roads, most of which were legitimate folks going home. While I was out and about today, I noticed that people seem to be taking the whole COVID-19 situation more serious today. Every store that I went to, every store that I rode by, Lowe's actually had a long line outside. They're only allowing a few people in. I think Home Depot's doing the same thing. I saw many people. I visited 2 different grocery stores just to see what was going on there. Both grocery stores had people at the front door handing out wipes and keeping the buggies clean, and I noticed that almost half of the people inside the store were wearing face masks and gloves. Obviously, people are beginning to really take this serious. One of the things you'll see in the Biloxi Police Department this week is we're stepping up our efforts. Officers will now be wearing face masks when they encounter the public. They'll be wearing the gloves, and they will be constantly cleaning and wiping their hands. So expect to see that. There will be a few exceptions. Certainly in our dispatch center, it's very difficult to communicate on the radio while wearing a face mask. That will be one exception. Other than that, you'll see the majority of City of Biloxi Police Department employees wearing masks. Finally, let me say this as your Chief of Police. In the coming days, boredom is going to set in for the children that are home. It's going to set in for the adults that are home. Plan ahead, have activities planned that you can do around the house. If you need to go hit the walking trails, we've already told you those are open, please do that. And remember, that's a good way to take some of that energy out of children. Just be careful that you remain in a distance from other folks, keep your family together. Just remember the things that we've been telling you. Things will get a little tighter now. We understand that, we know that, and we know that tempers may flare at home. So it's keep that in mind. Take it for what it is. See it for what it is, and calm that anger down. This concludes our report. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Thank you.